Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Are you ready? Hi everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Jeff. Glad you're all here today. Hope it's been nice where you are. It's been sunny here, but chilly. You know, it's, well, tomorrow's Halloween, of course, and it doesn't seem like that matters to a lot of people around here. They're already walking around town in costume and everything else. People would prefer to take the whole month of October and turn it into Halloween. You know, personally, that's my favorite holiday anyway, because it's one where you don't have to be of a certain religion. You can enjoy the festivities with kids and adults, you know, and people get to be something else for, you know, for a day or so, and you know, I think it's fun. I mean, it's like I said, it's just it's like a holiday that could be for everybody. You know, it doesn't matter what religion you are, because it really doesn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, so tomorrow is Halloween, and I don't know if I'll be doing a video tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be doing, but we'll see. So anyway, I got a couple of videos here, and this first one is an interesting one here. It's actually not something that just happened. Actually, this goes back, this started back in December of last year, it's, you know, I caught this here on this video, and then I tried to look up more of the story, because it's been almost a year since it happened. And you know something? I couldn't find a fucking thing online about this story. Okay? Yeah, I mean, there's an article here from the Mansfield News Journal, but it's protected by a paywall, and you can't read it. Okay? Then there's this other article about a person with the same name. I don't even know if it's the same guy, but it's from JustiaLaw, okay, .com, and this is in Ohio. This happened in Ohio back in 2006, where he was indicted for arson. So I don't know if it's the same guy, but again, this is, I mean, you can read this. I mean, it's like a transcript, if you want to read the whole goddamn thing of it, I mean, that's up to you, but I don't know if it's the same guy. I mean, because this from JustiaLaw, this thing was posted on September 17th of 2004, so this goes back, you know, quite a bit. And then you got this guy who's got the same name, but you know, he did drop the Rigenbach last name, maybe because he didn't want his name, you know, trying to change it from the arson charge that he got in 2004, I guess, so that way, you know what I'm saying, like he's trying to bury his past, and then he gets caught soliciting a minor for sex pictures and shit like that in 2023, you know. So this is a bad dude here if this is the same guy, okay? And the fact that you can't really get much information about this fucker and the shit that he did is really kind of strange in itself. So anyway, here's the video here, and then we'll come back to it and talk.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So we have yet another January 6th defendant accused of soliciting sex from a minor. So here's the deal. The sedition hunters recently identified this man that you see here. His name is Shane Allen Riggenbach. Riggenbach, I'm not sure. However, according to the Mansfield News Journal, he changed his name. So this was some time ago. He is now legally Shane Allen. He dropped the Riggenbach. So it's Allyne. It appears that used to be his middle name. He has now taken that as his last name. And according to a local ABC affiliate in Tennessee, Allen was arrested for offering to pay a young girl hundreds of dollars to send him nude photos. So the Tiffin Police Department said that Allen offered this girl also up to $1,000 to meet him at a hotel, and this was specifically for sex. And so Allen sent this girl explicit photos and videos of himself, and luckily, somehow, this alleged victim's mother found out. She found out that Allen was paying her daughter for the photos that he wanted from her. And so she reached out to the police. And now I don't know if they set up a sting or how this all went down, but evidently Allen went to the hotel, he checked in, and when he exited the hotel, that's when they arrested him. And at the time of his arrest, he was 43 years old. So gross. And he was apparently an acquaintance of this alleged victim's family. So this all went down in December of 2023, this other arrest, and Allen was charged with compelling prostitution, attempted pandering obscenity involving a minor, disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, and then other various charges. No word yet as to his alleged involvement in the Capitol attack or an arrest in that case, but at least the feds know where to find him, right? I mean, it's not going anywhere for a while. So when I find out more, if I hear anything else, I will definitely let you all know. But yeah, just another one of Trump's fine people, party of family values here. Funny how QAnon was so off the mark, right? They accused the Democrats of doing everything that we're now finding on the MAGA right. Yeah, isn't that always the way? So, as I said, I will keep an eye on this. And as I have also said in the past, wherever you see one victim, there are probably dozens more that you don't even know about yet. We'll see. All right. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.
All right. So she obviously got more information, maybe because she can get through the paywalls or something. I don't know. But she did dig up quite a little bit more than what I found. And this guy, thirdly, was in the January 6th mess that happened. So he was a suspect in that. So, like I said, arson, soliciting a minor, January 6th, those are three things right there already. If this was acts by the same man, this is a badass dude here for a MAGA Trump supporter. And it shouldn't surprise anybody that a guy like this would be supporting Trump, right? Because Trump surrounds himself with goddamn criminals, okay? He even has them show up on his stage at some of his rallies. Okay, these people are fucking criminals. Now, like I said yesterday, Bannon, he's out for now, okay, until in December when they decide what to do with him then again. But right now, he's back out on the fucking street, and the minute he comes out, he starts talking about, election denial and bullcrap, and, and he's already stirring the shit, getting right to work. And like I said, he's going to be good for Trump after he loses the election. Then Bannon will be there to help stir the storm, okay, that Trump is going to try to create. Now, I don't know if Trump's even going to have the energy to go and do what he did for the last 4 years all over again. I really don't think he's got it in him to do it again. Maybe that's why he's going to rely on all his cronies there around him to do the same fucking thing, you know, for him. Because you look at him now, he looks tired, you know, he's sluggish, you know, and his mind is wandering and unfocused. You know, he used up all of his goods in the last 4 years trying to convince people of the big lie, okay, and failed. And now he spent what left he's got to try to win back the White House, and he's going to lose that. Okay, so he's certainly not going to have energy to go out there and start bitching about another stolen election. Okay, so I feel like, you know, this guy and all the people that surround him and support him and protect him and defend him, you know, and deflect accusations from him, okay, they're all of the same caliber. They're all criminals. They're all arsonists. They're anarchists, okay? That's what these people are. They don't care about the country. They only care about their little needs, and that's it. That's all they are. It's all they're about. It's not hard to understand, okay? It is hard to understand why people can be so stupid to follow them, but it's not so hard to believe that they do when they're so stupid, okay? We just want to know how somebody can go through life being so gullible. I think that's like the big question I have, because I know one of these MAGA people, and believe me, because they live in a state of paranoia, you would think that they wouldn't be so easy to fool, right? Because conspiracy theories run abound in the MAGA movement. I mean, everybody's in it, you know? So these people should not be able to trust anybody. But for some reason, they trust one of the most untrustworthy persons on the planet, and that's Donald Trump. So what did they learn through all your conspiracy theories and paranoia through all this time? Nothing. Trump managed to slip through the fucking wall with these people, and boy, did he fool them, but good. Okay? He really did. He took them all to the cleaners. He took their money, and he used them as a means to keep his ass out of prison. You know? God only knows what else that man's been doing, you know, that we don't yet know about. But I'm sure things will come out more, because he's still being investigated. All right? Let's make no mistake. Even though this campaign's been going on, okay, the Justice Department is still investigating his ass. All right? And they ain't done yet. They ain't done yet, okay? They ain't done yet. And when he loses this election, there's going to be a lot more news, you know, about him going to court for this and going to trial for that, and you know, there's going to be things that's going to, you know, his name is not out of the news yet, and even if he loses this election, it's not out of the news yet. Okay, he's going to be the #1 topic in the fucking mainstream media for the next 4 years, if that, even if he's not president. Okay, he's going to do just like what he did the last 4 years. He's going to keep his fucking name in the news. So if you're already sick of him now, people are going to try to kill him just to shut up the media. Okay, people are going to go after him just to get him off the map, so we could stop hearing about this man. That's how much he's hated. I think, you know, by people even in his own group, I guess, or Republicans anyway, because they're the ones that are always trying to kill him. But yeah, I mean, he's going to make himself so fucking hated that, you know, people will just pay somebody to go after him to remove him from existence, so the damn media will shut the fuck up about him, because we're tired of it. And I wish there was some fucking way that people could hurt the goddamn mainstream press in this country, because I'll tell you right now, what all the shit that Trump's been doing and all the focus they give that man, you know, they should be following the better story, and that's Kamala Harris. She's got the better story to talk about. She's got the more hopeful story. But mainstream media doesn't give a shit about hope. They don't care about that kind of a story. All they want to give you is doom and gloom and Donald Trump and this and that and everything surrounding him. okay? If he puts on an act for these people that's phony, they're still going to cover it as the headline news. I mean, this guy is worse than fucking, you know, what can I say? You know, they say a story that bleeds, it leads. Okay, well, he ain't bleeding, but he's still leading, you know? And they want it that way. It's because the press want it that way. And you wonder why. Well, we all know that the CEOs of most of the corporate media giants out there are all conservative, and some of them are Trump supporters. Okay, that's already been proven. So we know that where the press is leaning. I think the New York Times was one that was the head of that company was a Trump supporter, which explains why they spent most of the year talking favorably about Trump. Okay, and you know, it just seems like, hey, that's probably the reason. You know, we can't think of any other reason why they would want to cover a nut. All right, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer never got the front page in every fucking week of the, you know, I mean, he's like infamous only because the press makes him that way. But everything about the man says that he's the most undesirable person in the fucking nation's history. Okay, he's the worst of the worst. Okay, he's got the blood of over 1 million Americans on his hand. Okay, and he's damaged our national security. I mean, we've sent people up to prison for life for less than that, and yet he's still walking around free and running for president. You know, what the hell kind of a country is this that we do something like that? You wouldn't see that happening in any other civilized society. No. Only in a third world country would you see a wannabe dictator, criminal, running for an office and on the way killing all of his opponents on his way to the top, aka Putin. only there would you see that. Okay, but I mean, now what is it? Now MAGA wants us to be like that too. Well, hell, why even wait? Go over there and have that. You know, have at it. You know, Jesus, Russia's right there. They'd be happy to have you if that's what you want for a government. Go live over there. They need the people because everybody's leaving. Jesus. All right, let's go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
This is me.
This is me.
This is me!
This is me.
I'm Alex Curtis. I'm a lobsterman in Maine, and this is me.
I'm Ruth McLaughlin, and this is me.
I'm Eric Hopkins. I'm an artist, and this is me.
This is me.
Me.
This is me.
This is me.
This is me.
At the end of the journey, the main thing is you, original.
Driver's license, registration.
Here you go, sir. How's your day going?
That's your daughter?
Sure is.
Abigail, right?
How do you know her?
Were you about 8 weeks pregnant? So you've been spotting recently. You've had any cramps or nausea?
That's personal.
You been taking your prenatal vitamins?
Excuse me?
Are you ticketing me for something?
Where are you heading, Abigail?
To go see my older sister, Natalie.
Well, that's strange. 'Cause it says here that Natalie's at a concert in Dallas. And your navigation is set to a women's health clinic in one of those abortion states.
We have the right to travel.
Not anymore. Step out of the car.
Please, officer.
Both of you out now. You, sir, are under arrest for crossing state lines to obtain an abortion for a minor under your care. And you, young lady, well, you're under arrest for evading motherhood.
The enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with that hate our country, that's a bigger enemy than China and Russia. They have to go back to where they came from. I'm sorry.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done.
Vladimir Putin is a dictator, a war criminal, a murderer responsible for slaughtering thousands of Ukrainian civilians and causing death and destruction around the world. He's silenced dissent in his country, erased people from history, poisoned journalists, and imprisoned opponents. Every American president from Harry Truman to Barack Obama and Joe Biden have stood up against Soviet and Russian dictators. Every American president except one.
I think Putin's been a very strong leader for Russia. I think in terms of leadership, he's getting an A.
As president, Donald Trump shared our vital security secrets with Russia. Even after leaving office, Trump, sitting in Mar-a-Lago with stolen American intelligence files, had long, secret calls with Putin. What are they talking about? What is he giving Putin? What secrets has he shared? What has he promised the Russian dictator?
Do you have a relationship with Vladimir Putin, a conversational relationship?
I do have a relationship.
Trump puts Russia first, not America. He's not just wrong, he's dangerous. Donald Trump won't stand up to Vladimir Putin, so it's up to all of us to stand up to Donald Trump.
Be a part of the entertainment value of a lifetime.
I loved it.
It was the best performance I've seen in a lifetime.
I loved the show. I liked it very much. He's a very entertaining man. It's well worth the money.
Now appearing in Charlottetown, coming to Halifax November 6th to the 18th, and St. John November 20th through the 26th.
This other video here I'm going to play for you. This is also not anything that was recent that come out. This actually happened about 3 or 4 years ago, I guess. But it's an issue that we are still dealing with today, and probably even more so now than then. But I think even back then, I think Trump was still president then at that time when this happened. But anyway, let's go to the video, and then we'll come back and talk about that.
These homeowners are shocked when a contractor shows up at their house with a huge Confederate flag flying on the back of his pickup truck.
He backed into my driveway and backed this king-size sheet flag into our driveway. So when we walked out, we were floored.
Allison and Zeke Brown of Atlanta went online and hired the contractor to repair their golf cart. But the moment they saw the flag, that was it.
This is easy. We can control where we spend our money, and we control where this family dollar goes, and it will not go to someone who is promoting such hate.
Hi. You know what? I do apologize. I know you've come from a very long way, but we're going to use someone else.
She's upset with the flag.
No, I'm beyond upset with the flag. No, you don't need to take it down. You continue to believe what you need to believe, sir, but no, I cannot pay you for your services. Thank you. Have a good day.
The video is going viral, and lots of folks are praising how Allison handled the situation. She was brilliant. I applaud her calm demeanor, goes this post.
So many people are responding that you handled this so respectfully. You were so classy.
What I did not want to do is promote this angry black female narrative that's already out there. So I tried my very best to find some place in my heart to just kindly say, I'm not going to spend my money with you. Can you please leave?
5 minutes after he drove off, the contractor, Michael Van Orden, sent a text to the homeowners. I didn't know the flag offended y'all. Yes, it is extremely offensive to anyone of color. Michael, I hope this small interaction causes you to do a little research on how Americans feel about the Confederacy. Allison and Zeke say taking the high road was important.
The calm conversation and education is what we need to do more of.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, so as you can see, the balls on this fucking guy is ridiculous. To go to somebody's home with the goddamn rebel flag hanging off the back of the truck. I have to wonder if he did that on purpose, knowing that the customers were going to be black or something. I don't know. Maybe he did that because he didn't look that pissed when they told him to leave. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of calmly went back into his truck, almost like saying, you know, joke's on you. I don't know. Because, like I said, I can't see why a contractor would drive around in a pickup with the flag hanging on the back, the Confederate flag hanging off the back like that. I'm surprised he didn't have a Trump flag next to it because, you know, you see that too down there. But, you know, they drive around and then they act all pissed and everything when somebody calls them out on it, saying, look, I don't like the flag, you know. Then all of a sudden they get upset. You know, they label that as freedom of speech. Well, okay, fine. You know, so if I go around carrying a Union flag in the Deep South or something like that and they don't like it, I could say the same thing. Freedom of speech, right? You think they're going to give a shit about that? No. I'd probably get buckshot through the windshield of the vehicle. It's another one of those things where, you know, I can do what I want, but you can't. You know, they can drive around with their rebel flags and their Trump flags and cover their vehicle with Trump support stickers and shit like that all over their vehicle. But a guy or a woman who's driving around with a car has one little bumper sticker that says Harris Waltz on it, and they may come out and find the bumper ripped off the vehicle or a window smashed or a tire slashed. You know, it's like, well, look, you want us to tolerate you, but you can't tolerate us, right? And not only is that, but it's not enough to have your yard decorated with that shit. You got to put it in our face by driving it around town so everybody sees it. You know what? This brings up a thing. There was, okay, where Walmart is in Bangor, okay, when you come out of Walmart, you're on Stillwater. When you go up to Stillwater Stretch, there's a gas station on the corner before you can turn on the Hogan Road. On the corner of the Hogan Road and Stillwater, there was a big Harris Waltz sign. It didn't look like it was bought at campaign headquarters. It looked like it was just built and somebody painted it like that, okay? And they put it up. It was there for about a week and a half. I drove by there today and it was laying face down on the ground, okay? Laying face down on the ground, and it looked like it was pushed over, okay? Because they drove the legs of the sign into the ground, right? It looked like someone had just pushed it without lifting it out of the ground first, so it was broken from the ground. You could see the broken stumps of where the legs were the other half of them in the ground, while the other half of it was laying face down. Somebody pushed it over because they couldn't stand having that big fucking sign there. Even though if you drive all the way up and down Stillwater one way and drive all up and down the Hogan Road the other way, you're going to see all kinds of fucking signs from both sides of the political aisle. But that one big sign there that said Harris Waltz, they knocked it over. And it was laying there face down on the ground. And I'm thinking, that's ridiculous. You expect us to tolerate, you guys acting the way you do with these fucking rebel flags and your Trump banners and whatever the fuck you got, airplanes flying through the air with Trump. Okay, you expect us to just accept that while you're dancing that shit in our face. But we can't do that with our stuff, right? We're not allowed because you don't like it. You can't tolerate it. It's too much. Well, isn't that the root cause of half the reason why you people are unhappy is because you have no tolerance for anything? You don't tolerate people of color. You don't tolerate Latinos. You don't tolerate Asians. You don't tolerate women getting abortions. You can't tolerate anything. You fucking people. Okay? Anybody that thinks different than you can't tolerate them. You just assume shoot them as look at them. That's the fucking reason why you people are so miserable. Trump, he's the king of intolerance. He hates everybody. Christ, I don't even think he likes his own family, for the love of Christ. I mean, this guy doesn't tolerate anything. I'm not even sure why you people can tolerate him. Because he's insulting everybody, every demographic. I mean, you got women that are MAGA people, and he's attacking women. You got Latino people that are MAGA people, and he's attacking them. He's got, black people who are MAGA people, and he's attacking them. I mean, Jesus Christ. How the hell can you people stay glued together, and maintain a base when your own leader is beating you down with a sledgehammer trying to fracture you all to hell? And you guys clap and applaud and cheer it. Christ, at your own rally in Madison Square Garden, you had a comedian up there telling all the racist jokes, one right after another, through the whole fucking thing. And you guys sitting there clapping and applauding that. And many of the people in the audience weren't all white either. You people are a puzzle. Until we can understand why you are the way you are, we can't understand why you believe the way you believe. We can't. Because everything about you is a contradiction. Everything. At least with Democrats, you know where we stand. You know what we are. Okay? We don't make it a mystery to anybody. But you people, no, you're a mystery about everything. Nothing you say is consistent. And whenever it doesn't fit the narrative, you fill in the gaps with lies. That's what you people do on a fucking daily basis. I mean, I don't even understand how you guys can even breathe, honestly, because you the way you guys come up with conspiracy theories, you probably think the air doesn't even exist. All right? I just don't understand it. I really don't. I feel like, we're sharing a nation with a pile of, insane people who don't have a home to go to be treated for their problems. They're just out roaming around. Okay? They're roaming around. pissing people off, like what you saw in that video, you know, their flaws come out. They don't even try to hide it. Okay? I mean, this guy might as well have been wearing a white sheet when he showed up at the house with these people. I mean, if you're going to carry that around, you're a Klansman. That's exactly what people think, because that's what the Klan carry around when they have their little marches down in the deep South. Okay, the Confederate flag is still their flag. So anybody that carries that around immediately is associated with the KKK. And so this guy shows up there. He might as well have been wearing all white, and then he acts, you know what, like what did I do? I mean, if he's really that stupid, then that really explains MAGA. Totally unaware of their surroundings and the reality of the world they live in. Okay, but if he did it on purpose, that would also be a sign of MAGA, because MAGA likes to gaslight people. They like to get the Democrats all pissed off and everything. Okay, they think that scores them points. Well, that might be in their little game that they play, but at the end of the day, the larger picture, they lose out big time. That's what's going to happen on November the 5th. All these little fun and game things they've been doing all year long, well, I hope they enjoyed it, because that's going to be the last time of happiness they're going to have, because after November the 5th, that's all going to be gone. Goodbye. You people had your fun, okay? And you're going to be spending the rest of your time gritting your teeth, because you're going to be trying to convince the country that Trump lost because the Democrats cheated, and that's not gonna hold any water at all, like the last time. So you people are going to be very unhappy after November the 5th. We know this, and that's why the police will be ready whenever you guys try to do anything. And you guys make it known to everybody who you are. If I walked around with a sheet over my head all the time, and then one day somebody finds a cross burning in their yard, who do you think they're going to go to? They're going to come to my door first, because they know I'm a fucking racist, right? Think about it. If you're really smart, you wouldn't be advertising what you stand for on the back of your truck. Okay? Because anything happens, you're going to be suspect number 1. Or number 2, or depending on how many people are doing that shit in your neighborhood, okay? We got Klansmen in this state, and they made it known in the media here in Bangor. They had the thing in the papers about it. Okay, they're up further up north from here, but yeah, they came up here from out of state, and they're starting a little club up there. I don't know what the hell they call it, but they're Klansmen. But they were kicked out of another state, and now they're living up here. So, like I said, when anything happens that's racist related, they're going to be the first people the police are going to knock on the door to, and rightly so. Okay, you start with the most obvious, and you work your way down from there, I guess, or up, whatever. So you people in MAGA, you're drawing so much attention to yourself with your negativity that, hey, you're going to be the very first people they're going to go after when you guys do something stupid. And I'm glad that there's people out there who understand that things like that can't be allowed to continue anymore in this country, because even though on the surface it's just a flag, okay, I give you that. It's just a flag. It's just material, all right? But it has a historical reference. And it wasn't from a very good period in our country's history, all right? Whether or not you want to debate that is up to you, but, yeah, the Civil War is historic, okay? And there were a lot of flags on both sides of that war that, basically were, forgotten. But the rebel flag is the one flag that the cross and, and the stars and bars, I guess they call it. That's the one flag, I think, that stood out amongst all the flags that were carried around during that war. And it never went away. And it's been used at every negative event that ever happened in this country. Every KKK rally, they bring that flag to it. So they diminished, the historic the historic value of that flag by bringing it to every racist event that, you know, they made it their own. And so now that flag means shit to this country. We don't want to see it. And so knowing that it was a symbol for people who were racist and slave owners and stuff like that, it was those group of people that had it. Seeing it now in modern day America with, you know, around black people, I mean, you're just begging to get attacked or, you know, here, this guy, I mean, he's lucky that this lady was, you know, civil enough about it to turn him away. Okay? Because her husband could have come out of the house with a double-barrel shotgun. You know, he'd have done something like what my father would have done, okay, and threatened this guy, get the hell off my property. It would have been a very bad thing. But thinking, I guess because they were recording this, I guess, you know, they figured they better ease off on the violence and just politely tell this guy to go, you know. But, you know, it could have gone the other way with no cameras around. We'd have been hearing about, you know, big mouth bastard found dead in the ditch or somewhere, you know, with a Confederate flag wrapped around him. Okay, we could have found, it could have been a story like that. And these people, you know, they go around doing this shit, and it's like you guys don't realize you're making a bullseye. Not all black people are going to be that sympathetic or civil about that. They see somebody walking around with a flag like that, you may not get out of their neighborhood alive. So, you know, like I said, I don't understand why this guy did that. Why he was driving around with that. I mean, he's got to be, he's either did it on purpose or he's so stupid he shouldn't even be out on public, okay? You know, and unfortunately with MAGA, both those things go together hand in hand in these people's heads, okay? They don't have any common sense, which means they don't really understand the reality of the world around them, and they're racist, you know, and they just want to be mean-spirited. Bad mixture, but perfect mixture if you want to be a MAGA supporter, you know, or a Trump supporter, whatever, okay? And, you know, once Trump is gone, people, you know, it's not over. They'll find somebody else to pin their hopes on. You watch, you know, in the days to come. Somebody else will be pushed out into the forefront. It could be Ron DeSantis. He's another jackass like Trump. You know, he could be the next one to be running for president. Who knows? So anyway, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. So subscribe, comment, share, and keep your ears open for any health-related matters. And treat each other nice out there. We got a few more days left till election, so if you haven't voted and you want to get it out of the way, do it now. And I will talk to you later, so take care. Bye-bye.